What's up, guys? This is ByzantineFalcon, and today we're on Great Wall Team Destruction. The greens have spawned in the southeastern corner and the reds have spawned in the northwestern corner. We are in the tier 6 Skoda T25. A very, very amazing tank. Has a very, very quick autoloader, 3-round capacity, and it's not good for clipping people out, but it is good for laying down hurt, if that makes sense. And it follows that progression throughout the whole line. If you will notice, the TVP, the tier 10, does 320 4-shot capacity versus the Batchat 5-shot capacity 390. So the Batchat will clip you out, and the Skoda will lay down the hurt, if that, if you can make that correlation. Moving on. So right away we're moving the left flank. Now there's essentially one of a few ways you can go on this map. You could push the left flank down the primary push point here, the primary alley, or you could push right up there at B9 around the top of the hill. Now the issue with the top of the hill, things very often will be very, very one-sided. If you push this area right here, you will be in for a fight. But that being said, you will have a lot of allies with you. And you can also push the mid. The mid is good because you can get shots on guys pushing the red's left flank or right flank. So just be aware. So we have a gentleman up here. He's firing on other targets, and this is medium tanking right here at its best. And the reason I say that is when you are out there medium tanking, you want to make sure you can put shots on target while they are busy fighting someone else. And we took a round there, bounced off the front plate, and the guy right to our 12 o'clock down below us put one in us. Now, this particular machine has a very, very quick reload, so it's, you don't necessarily have to dump the mag every time you see somebody. That's what a lot of people think who are possibly unseasoned, and they have the new autoloaders, or any autoloader. They say, yeah, I need to go over here, I need to empty the whole clip. That's not necessarily true. You need to take it very casual, and the idea is, mid-game, you want to have 3/4 of your health, 3/4 of ammunition, in order to really, make it shine. And that goes for pretty much any autoloader. Granted, of course, mediums, you want that as well. But it's important for autoloaders because their usefulness comes into play a lot later on in the game. So right now we are just decorating the side of this Tiger tank. This poor guy does not have a chance. We are just cutting through him. I mean, it's almost bad. But that's kind of what happens when you YOLO into an area where it is just full of allied tanks. So we're taking a few rounds here, and we traded with this gentleman. The good side is that we could just lay down more hurt than he could at a given time. And that's all it boils down to. We go ahead and clip this gentleman out. The middle here on this particular flank is ours. There's nobody even contesting it. We have more or less run rampant all over everybody's section. And that's fantastic. That's what we want to do. We want to take control as well as put out some area deny. We want to deny the reds the opportunity to push up and utilize this area to move their vehicles. And that's what we're doing. Now, right now we're going to go ahead and push the cap. As you can see, the guys on the right haven't really spotted anything. There's not a whole lot going on out here. But, you know what tanks are on the border at J1. That being said, you always have to worry about the tanks you don't see in this particular game. Go ahead and clip out the Nashorn there. And you could tell he was focused on the guys on top of the hill there at A9 because he knew they were there. And then all of a sudden we blaze around the corner and just start clipping people out left, right, and center. The gun on this thing is just astounding. I mean, it will get the job done. It will get the rounds out of the gun. She spits fire. Amazing little tank. Highly recommend you pick this up if you haven't already. Guy fumbled a shot there, and this is not the time you need to be fumbling a shot. when it is 2v1 type situation. Even if the other one is a light tank, you really need to be on your A game. And if you remember my last video, I said that the light tanks are often more deadly than the mediums and heavies. And there you go. Living proof. So you have to be very, very cautious when you're in a 2v1, 3v1 situation, what have you. You need to just, I mean, you know, I'm always saying make every shot count. You know, you need to do that as much as possible. But in that particular situation, you just have to be very, very careful, because your life is literally on the line. You have nothing else you can depend on. Not that you can depend on. Whew, the greens as it is. Moving on. So we we were going to go up there and try to mop up a little bit of damage. Did not quite happen for us, but you know what? We had an excellent game nonetheless. 2,802 damage, 2802, 150 blocked. You have to put that in there because it happened. 41,000 silver made. So it's quite a little silver pumping machine, excuse me, in addition to getting a 99% mastery badge. Amazing, amazing gameplay. Now guys, if you like this gameplay, it is from ByzantineFalcon. I highly recommend you check out his channel in the description below, as well as some other channels you may find beneficial to your tanking ability. And as always, guys, please remember to like, subscribe, and share, and we will see you next time.